Hello everybody, welcome back to Tea and Tarot. So today's reading is all about your April predictions. Yay! If you didn't know, April's the month of my birthday, so obviously I'm very happy about this. And I've picked more April-y colours to me for today's reading. So today we're going to be predicting your love life, career, your general life, and your side hustles for April. Also, there will be an opportunity at the end of the reading to ask 3 yes or no questions about something that's going to happen in the month of April. So you can think about what that might be, what questions you might want to ask as the reading's going on. Also, we will also check out what you should be focusing on for this month as well, just to give you a bit of guidance. Today we have 3 piles. We have pile 1, 2, and 3. On pile 1, we have a Caribbean calcite palm stone. For pile 2, we have a selenite wand. And for pile 3, we have a Carnelian half moon druzy crystal. I already know what pile I'm picking. Once you have chosen your pile, there will be a timestamp in the description box below for you to find your reading more easily, and I will meet you there. Bye. Hello pile ones, welcome to your reading. So you chose the Caribbean calcite, I was going to say Carnelian, crystal. So let's get into your cards. So this first one is about your love life, and you have the Witch. Okay, now let's get into your oracle card as well for this reading. Oh, okay, so you have the Goat and Willow overcoming obstacles. Okay. So for your love life, I see you being quite a free spirit, especially in April. I see you approaching things with kind of a carefree approach. You feel a lot more authentically yourself. You feel like you can be yourself, and that will bring in exactly what you're looking for. Like, you finally accepted the fact that you don't have to pretend to be somebody you're not in order to bring somebody in, because then you're not going to find the person that, you know, matches you, that matches your energy, that is right for you. So I feel like you're finally overcoming that obstacle of lying, and not sort of lying, but lying to yourself and oppressing yourself and your authenticity in order to fit into what you think you should be. Instead, you're being a lot more open, you're overcoming that obstacle, and you're being yourself naturally. I also love that we have the Witch, a black cat, and a goat right now. Like, the energy is so powerful right now. So you're really stepping into your power and your higher self for your love life in April. You might also be getting a tattoo. Just thought I should put that out there. Don't know why, but had that feeling. Okay, so let's look at your general life. You have the Ghost. Wow, you've had some really powerful cards so far. You also have the Bear and Cedar with leadership, and you had that in reverse. I feel like in your general life, you might be feeling a little bit vulnerable, and I think you might have some reoccurrence of old problems that you had in the past. This could be like a person, maybe a belief that you had, or maybe a bad habit, or just like circumstances in life that you weren't happy with in the past have kind of resurfaced again, and it's making you feel small. It's not making you feel like a leader, it's making you feel a little bit worried. But what you have to remember is that you haven't lost this energy of being like a bear, of being a leader. It feels like that, but you haven't. What you kind of need to remember about this situation is that even though this is like a negative thing that has come back up again, you've tackled it once in the past. The fact that it had an opportunity to come up again means you had a time period where you weren't dealing with this thing because you tackled it. You did that. You had that bear energy. You got rid of whatever this thing was, and you've got that bear energy and that power to do it again. Like, you've got all that, you know, this is a ghost now. So this is like a weaker version of what it once was, because you know how to defeat it because you've done it in the past. So this is like a small amount of something you dealt with in the past. It's no longer as big of a threat as it used to be, and you've got everything within you to tackle it. You are a leader. and you have that within you to end this cycle again. Let's check out your career. So you have the Knight of Spring in reverse. And for your oracle card, you have the Cat and Lavender with Independence in reverse. Interesting. Okay. I feel like you're quite fresh into your career. I feel like you're not like senior level yet. You're just kind of starting out. You have very like budding in your career kind of energy. So I feel like you're still kind of in need of guidance, you still kind of need a mentor, and you're kind of in that period in your career as well. So I feel like someone's going to be really guiding you and helping you, kind of like this cat energy. I feel like cats represent guides, like cats represent someone leading you and helping you, or sort of just following you around and like letting you be their shadow, you know. So I feel like you're going to be learning a lot in your career. Maybe you're entering into a new job, maybe you're getting a new job soon coming up. It might happen in April, it might happen sometime soon, but that kind of presents like an opportunity where you need to learn from somebody else, somebody who had this role previously. And I feel like that's what's going to be happening. Like, you're going to be focusing on learning in this new role, or in your current role if you are new to this kind of career. So I feel like, yeah, you're going to be getting a lot of help in your career. Lots of growth and abundance, I should also add. And let's take a look at your final tarot card, which is for your side hustle. So you've got the Two of Autumn, which is like the Two of Wands, basically. And then you also have the Opossum and Peony with Bashfulness in reverse. Ooh, okay. Cool. Okay, so, sorry, this is the Two of Swords. The Two of Autumn is Two of Swords. Okay, so for you, I kind of see that whatever your side hustle is, it might involve other people. It might not be just you. Maybe you have like a partner that you work with, not like a romantic partner, but a partner in this kind of side hustle. So like, say if you have a podcast and you've got a co-host, you know, something like that. Or it could just be that your side hustle does involve like you working in a shared studio and there's other people there, because maybe you don't have the facility to have your own one. It's like things like that. And or maybe you have like a neighbor that hates hearing your side hustle when you're doing it, like if you're like, I don't know, making furniture and there's lots of drilling and like sawing. So I feel like you're gonna cross wires with somebody, so that like there's gonna be some sort of conflict, and this could be from prejudice, which is not great. And I think if someone is just being like very confrontational, very antagonistic, the best thing to do is walk away and leave that situation. But if you are someone who like really wants to get it resolved, then the best thing to do is just try and be really patient and try and argue your case. It's tough, but you've got to try to, I'd say, try to avoid this person. I feel like this is a reminder that you can't shy away from this situation. You've got to kind of stand up for yourself. Like, don't let this person, whoever they are, like bully you into like submission, into doing what they want you to do. You have to stand up for yourself, because nobody else is going to. So you've definitely got to be the one that prioritizes yourself and sets the boundaries here as well. I hope you've been thinking about those 3 questions, because I'm going to answer them for you now. So these cards can be kind of harsh, which try not to get, you know, too hurt by them, but they can be harsh, but, you know, I feel like they are honest. So, okay. Maybe try rephrasing your first question again. Okay, you also got probably not for your first question. You can ask your second one now. It is guaranteed. Ooh, okay. And your third one, weather permitting. So that kind of means so long as you've got everything prepared, your ducks are all in a row, everything is in order, then there's no reason why it shouldn't go ahead. But if things aren't prepared or where they're supposed to be, or if nothing's aligned, then it's not going to happen. So It's about like being prepared and ready. Okay, so let's look into what you should focus on for the month of April. Okay, so you have, I will have a good day because it's my choice. You have self-belief, power, knowledge, and emotion. You also have every cell in my body is alive and beautiful. This is so lovely. So this is about being so much more assertive, you know, getting rid of that bashful energy. You know, in your last oracle card, it had bashfulness in reverse. So you got to get rid of that. You got to start being so much more proactive in your approach to life. Seizing these opportunities because they're yours and you deserve to. You know, don't let other people rain on your parade. Enjoy your day because it's your choice. Have that self-belief that things will pan out in the best of ways, you know, things will work out for you. It's just, you know, a process. And it's all about believing in yourself and making sure that other people don't bring you down. You know, you're on this earth, you're living it, you're enjoying yourself. That's the most important thing. So that's your focus, is essentially to live in the moment and have that sort of, as I said, that witchy, wild and free energy. Yeah, so that is your reading, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. If you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Friday for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye. Okay, welcome pile 2s to your reading. You chose the Selenite wand. So let's get into your cards. So your first card is all about your love life, and you have the 7 of Spring in reverse, which is like the 7 of Cups, basically. Wait, no, it's not. It's 7 of Wands. Yeah, it's the 7 of Wands. Okay. Ooh, okay. Ooh, so you have the Ramandalia with determination in reverse. You also have this second card, which was the Butterfly and Snowdrop with hope. I love this. Okay, so you're kind of, what I'm getting is that you're kind of taking a backseat in terms of being proactive in chasing your love life. So for example, you might have been someone who was on all the dating apps, who maybe did speed dating, who was constantly like putting themselves out there and going on dates, and that is so amazing and fun. But I think you're kind of done with being the proactive person, and you're kind of like, hey, things will, you know, I'll go with the flow. Things will happen when they're meant to happen. I'll stay hopeful, but you're not gonna like, you know, try and force it. So this is a really lovely energy of just accepting where you're at and seeing where things go. Like, you don't feel the need to explore and like travel and sort of like meet people and explore options. Like, you don't feel that need anymore. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna let people come to me. I'm gonna let other people start doing the work because I've been doing it too much. And you know, that's not to say when the right person comes along that you shouldn't invest into it. You definitely should, but like, you know, if you want to. But I do just see you being a lot more carefree, which is so nice. For your general life, you have a Forget-Me-Not. And for your oracle card, you have the Spider and Passion Flower with ingenuity. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so I see for your personal life a lot of personal growth, a lot of development in that area, as well as spiritual growth as well. I definitely see you growing, maturing as a person internally. I see so many new starts for you, I think, as well, because you've got that kind of new approach of like go with the flow and just hope for the best, which also has the energy of like Forget-Me-Not. It's just like a hopeful wish kind of thing. It's not like a proactive energy. You're kind of having this brand new beginning of experiencing life as someone who doesn't take things too seriously and just goes with the flow. I think as well you might be experiencing a bit of a creative block, or maybe you're just struggling in like getting things moving, getting things going, feeling like ready to seize the day and stuff. And this is kind of also telling you to go with the flow and just, you know, approach things really as you would with any kind of hurdle that comes in your way, by figuring out a new way to approach things. And maybe, you know, it's kind of just like the hanged man energy. Sometimes you just gotta hang there and wait. Like, sometimes you just gotta sit there, be patient, and then you'll suddenly feel this like revival of creativity, because you might have felt your creativity in your personal life kind of dwindle, and this is kind of saying it will come back. It's just about thinking about things in a different way and approaching things with a new perspective as well. But I do see fresh starts for you and a lot of personal growth as well. And for your career, you have the Lupin in reverse. And for your Oracle card, you have the Fox and Ivy with adaptability in reverse. So I feel like in terms of your career, you're very skilled and talented at what you do. And so because of that, you've got a lot of confidence. You know what's best, you know what's right. But because of that, you get a little bit stubborn. And your stubbornness, while it's like great, it can also be a negative thing sometimes. And I think because you have this attitude of, well, I know best because I am the most talented at this thing and the most skilled and successful, that sometimes means that you're gonna drown out the voices that of other people who are just as important and have just as insightful things to say, and their advice might actually be amazing, but because you feel like you know best, you might almost back yourself into a corner by being so stubborn and being like, no, that's not the way to do it this way. And in doing that, you're actually trapping yourself, because you're preventing yourself from taking these great ideas and actually doing something with it. You're preventing the improvement, the natural improvement and progression of your career by not taking on board those great ideas. And so I think in your career for April, you're kind of being way too stubborn with people, a little bit too cocky about things. Like, confidence is amazing, but if it's making you ignore important people who also have just as much goodness to offer to the conversation and just as important ideas, then it is becoming cockiness. It's edging on that as opposed to being confidence. So that's something you're gonna have probably struggle with and probably have to work through in April, is working on that kind of stubbornness and remembering that while you may know a lot and you may know things because you're so talented at this thing, that doesn't always mean that you will always know what is best or what is right. And other people's ideas are also important. So you have to try and remember that and try and have like an open mind to other people and their ideas as well. Okay, and for your side hustle, you have the Mirror. And let's see your Oracle card. You have the Quail and Gooseberry with anticipation. Okay, so what I see for your side hustle is actually that I feel like while you were once really passionate about it, I feel like life's just become very busy for you and it's hard for you to focus on this side hustle and enjoy it. So you're kind of acting on autopilot instead of out of passion. And so I think in April, you're going to be taking some time to self-reflect and work out why it is that something you were once really passionate about no longer feels amazing to you. And in doing that soul searching, you'll come up with really great ideas on how to approach it with a new lease on life. Like, in taking that self-reflection, it's actually really going to help you to figure out what it is that you need to do in order to enjoy it again. Because, you know, I don't feel like you're ready to give up on it. You still have this anticipation of like, this could be something, this could be really good, I could enjoy this again. It's just that things have become too stressful, there's so much on your plate, you might just need time away from it. And then once you've had that time, you can then hop back into it. Or you might need to figure out a new way that this side hustle can fit around your life and the things you need to do and what your time is mostly preoccupied with. And then you can figure out where your side hustle fits into all of these things as well. Okay, so I hope you thought about the 3 questions that you would like to ask. These have to be yes or no questions, and it can be anything about April, so pertaining to April. So if you're like, is this thing going to happen in April? That could be a great question to ask. Okay, so here is the answer to your first question. You may need to rephrase it in your mind if that comes out. Okay, so you have don't bet on it. Outlook doesn't look good, without a doubt. For your second question, you have looks like yes. And you also had definitely not no. So looks like a yes and definitely not a no for your second question. For your third question, you have as long as you are ready. So that basically means as long as you're ready to receive it and you're prepared, then that is going to happen. If you're not ready, then it's a no for April, but it might happen in another month. Okay, so let's take a look at what you should focus on, pile 2s, for the month of April. Okay, so you have refine and hone with waxing gibbous. You have what 3 things make you happy. And you also have I will have a good day because it's my choice. Yes, okay, so you're season the day. So in April, you've got to, this is what you should focus on to make you like have a great month. So you've got to focus on all the things that make you happy and invest in those, because you're feeling a bit burnt out and tired and worn out from all the responsibilities and things that you do. So it's time to focus on what makes you feel good. It's time to focus on your well-being and start proactively choosing to have a good day. Like it's up to you how much you get to enjoy your day. I mean, it is also depending on like other things. People can ruin it for sure, but like but try to focus on what you can do to make your day fun as well. And this is talking about refining and honing in on your skills. And this to me is making me think of your side hustle. You might need to approach it with a new perspective or a new outlook in order to enjoy it again and pick it back up. That might be the reason why it's kind of feeling a little bit like it's not moving at the minute. So this is just like taking time to enjoy your month and also trying to figure out how to approach your side hustle in a way where you can enjoy it again. Okay, pile 2, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. Otherwise, I hope to see you here next week on Friday for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye. Ekumi, madame. Okay, welcome pile 3s to your reading, all about your April predictions. So you chose the Carnelian half moon. Let's get into your cards. So your first 2 cards were your love cards. You got 2, just your reading. So I felt like I couldn't leave it. It came out and it just felt like it was for you. So you have Dawn and you also have the 9 of Spring. Okay. Okay, so you have the Bat and Hellball with Intuition. Okay, your love life is looking great in April, not gonna lie. So what I'm kind of seeing for you is that with Dawn, it's like it's a brand new day. There's so many opportunities available to you, and what I see in that is that a new relationship, a new option is sort of revealing itself and making itself available to you. So there's someone new coming into your life romantically in April. And with Bat and Hellball, intuition, this is about not judging a book by its cover. Trust your intuition and your feelings. How do they make you feel? Because some people can, you can be like, wow, I really like this person. They're so good looking. They're so perfect. And you think about what they are on paper. Like, if you, for example, like if you were looking at like their profile on Instagram and their bio was perfect and their job is great and like they look amazing, but when you meet them in person, maybe you feel uneasy, and that's not a great thing. So this is about making sure that you're judging them based on how they make you feel. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel safe? Do you feel like this person's great to get along with? do you guys actually get along and have a connection? So it's about like not judging a book by its cover, and that does not mean give people you're not attracted to chances. That is not what that means. Honestly, only ever pursue something romantic if you're attracted to them, because the difference between a friendship and a partner is the attraction. So, it would be crazy to do that, so don't do that. But this is just about listening to how your emotions, your feelings, and your body is responding to this person. And with the 9 of Spring, this is about like small pleasures, but it's also about giving yourself the time to evaluate whether or not you're feeling this. So, for example, if someone new's come into your life and you really like them, but you don't want to rush into it because you want to make sure you've sussed them out first and you've given your intuition long enough to kind of get a feeling of who they might be. The 9 of Spring is encouraging you that it's okay to like take time. It's encouraging you to take time to think about how you feel about this person and take things slow basically, and don't rush into it. And try and enjoy like the little things with them to see if you could really enjoy their company and to see how they make you feel. If they can't, do something so small and so minor for you, then, that's a great indicator on whether or not you guys will be great together. Like, on TikTok, the whole peel an orange thing, like, people are asking their partners to peel them an orange, and most people's partners do it, which is so sweet and lovely, honestly, great. Like, why wouldn't you? So, but a lot of them don't as well, and they get really, like, annoyed about it, and they're like, you're not that special, why would I peel an orange for you? Like, that's horrible. And I feel like when it's saying enjoy the small pleasures, see if like they're willing to do the things you're willing to do for them, like peel an orange. Like, and if those small things are kept small, they're not made into these big like difficult things, these big arguments, then that's a good indicator of whether or not you guys will get along. But I just see you taking your time and, approaching this in a way where you're gonna pay more attention to the subtle signs that your body is telling you as to whether or not you like this person or not, or whether or not you think they're good for you at that point in time. But I definitely see someone coming in. Okay, for your general life, you have the 4 of Summer, which is the 4 of Cups. And you also have the Weasel and Pine with Introspection. Yeah, so in your personal life, I'm seeing that you really need time for yourself. Like, you need introspection time to sort of be alone, think things through, see if you like somebody. But with the 4 of Summer, I'm kind of getting that you're not satisfied with this person. So your personal life is kind of being taken over by thoughts of your love life. And I just don't think you're enjoying the person that's there for you in April. Or maybe it's that people in the past have not respected your boundaries, and so now you're really needing to make sure and have that introspection and that time to yourself to think about whether or not this is the right person for you. But you really just need alone time, to be honest, time to think about things and see whether or not you're happy with the situation you're in. That's kind of what I see in your personal life, is you kind of taking time to yourself, being alone, isolating, which is really good for self-growth and renewal as well. Okay, and for your career, we have the 5 of Summer. And for your oracle card, you have the Bear and Cedar with Leadership in reverse. Okay, in your career, I'm kind of seeing that you might be changing jobs in April. Either you're changing the job in April, or the decision being made by yourself or your boss is for you to change jobs in April. Like, you or them are making that decision in that month. But I see you getting a new job. And I feel like this loss of the previous job, it maybe makes you feel like a bit disheartened and like you're not a good leader, or you're not cut out for this, or you could never, progress further than where you currently are. And none of that is true. So I feel like you're going to be kind of filled with a lot of worry about this situation in April, but you need to remember that you are a leader. you have this bare energy, you're just feeling a bit shaken by this situation. But that doesn't mean it won't improve, and it doesn't mean you won't get another more amazing job. You know, if you lose something, it's not because you weren't good enough, it's because there's something better out there for you, and that wasn't aligned with you. Because, you know, like, we've all been there where we've lost a job and we're thinking, God, this is like the worst thing that could happen. How am I going to financially recover? And then you get a job that was 1,000 times better, that hit like every single one of your wants for a job, and it's just like perfect. And then even if you lose that one and you're worried about that one, again, the same thing happens, and it just gets better each time you get a new job. You have these new standards that have been set because you're like, well, I don't want the last thing that happened to me to happen again, so I'm going to make sure I pick a good one. And then you just end up getting these better opportunities coming your way. So try not to feel too disheartened about this. Also, take what resonates. If this doesn't resonate and you're really solid in your job, then ignore this. And for your side hustle, you have the Lovers. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's get out your Oracle card. Okay, so you have the Cat and Lavender with Independence in reverse. So, as I said before, it's up to you to decide whether or not the person coming in for you in April is working out for you. Although the cards kind of indicated you weren't vibing with it, which is fine. This feels like a different person. So this is kind of telling me that your side hustle, whatever it is, it could lead to you meeting the person that you genuinely want to be with, who you genuinely like, who is your soulmate. So this is kind of saying you're investing a lot into your side hustle in April, or the efforts you have invested so far are drawing attention now to this side hustle, and it's the right kind of attention that's going to help this side hustle grow. And the more it grows, the more it leads you to your soulmate. Your soulmate is through this path of this side hustle. That's what I'm seeing for you. I feel like as well, this side hustle you have, it can't be done on your own. You kind of do need a group or another person to do this with. So for example, say if you're like running a podcast, people might not want to listen to the same person again and again just on their own. They might want different opinions so they can see sort of a debate. So you might need a co-host, you know, or maybe you like to bake and you make pastries, but you know you've been getting a lot of orders and you can't do it all on your own, so you need to hire another person who can bake alongside you. So it's like things like that. You might need an extra helping hand, another person, you might need a team or an editor or something for whatever the side hustle is, because you can't do it on your own. There's too much going on. And in doing that and kind of expanding your business and growing it, that's helping to bring this person in as well. Okay, so I hope you had time to think about the 3 questions you would like to ask. They have to be yes or no questions. And it can be anything about April, so something that's happening within an April timeframe. So, for example, you could ask, is this thing going to happen in April? Or, you know, is this going to look like this in April? Those sort of yes and no questions. Also, these cards can be harsh, but honest. So try not to get, you know, too discouraged by them. But yeah, they can be a bit harsh. Okay, the answer to your first question is ask a different question. So essentially, you might be focusing on the wrong thing. You can need to shift your perspective on that question. So I'll pull another card and you can... This will still be pertaining to question 1. I'll pull out another card for this, but just try and ask it in a different way. Okay, you have the final verdict is no for that question. For question 2, you have probably not. And for question 3, the answer is... So you have definitely not a no. You also have looks like a yes. And you also have wait, let me think. So I feel like because you have definitely not a no and looks like a yes, it's probably a yes, because you've got 2 yeses out of here and then just a confusion. So I hope those helped to answer the questions that you had. And now let's look at what your focus should be for April. Okay. Keep a journal of your thoughts and feelings. This can help you reduce stress and anxiety, a safe space to clarify your thoughts and emotions. You also have take action, first quarter. You also have friendships, in confidence, self, and soulmate. Interesting. So I feel like focusing on your friendships is really important, and especially we have take action here. So this is about you causing these friendships to start. So when we were talking about your side hustle and bringing people in, that requires action. You have to take action in order to bring people into this project that you're working on. And the people you'll be bringing in will be your friends. They'll be your soul tribe, your lifelong friends. And it really helps as well to also bring in your other people. Like we had the lovers card and we have soulmate here as well in the corner. So in doing that, you're not only are you getting these amazing great friends, but you're also going to be bringing in your soulmate as well. Then we have, keeping a journal for stress and anxiety. When you have, a lot of time to do introspection and you need time to think things through and think about how people make you feel and everything we kind of went through in this reading, keeping a journal can help you keep on top of those feelings and emotions and all the thoughts that you're having so that you can make the best decision, and also that you can grow a lot personally as well. So these are kind of your focuses for April, is keeping a journal so that you can stay in tune with yourself and your intuition, and also take action towards making friends and bringing people into your side hustle as well, and not just doing it alone, because that could actually completely be a game changer there as well. Okay, so that was your reading pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Friday for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye.